Welcome to our topic, thyroid metabolic hormones. Today, we will explore the critical roles these hormones play in our body. In this video, we will discuss clinical scenario-based multiple choice questions, along with their answers and explanations, covering various aspects of thyroid hormone function and regulation. Let's start with our first question. A 35-year-old woman presents with weight loss, palpitations, heat intolerance, and hyperactivity despite a good appetite. Her T3 levels are significantly elevated, but T4 levels are normal. What is the most likely explanation? The correct answer is peripheral conversion of T4 to T3. Most T4 is converted to T3 in peripheral tissues. T3 is the more active form and causes increased metabolism. Normal T4 with high T3 suggests increased T4 to T3 conversion, seen in hypothyroid states. Next, we have a 42-year-old man presenting with fatigue, cold intolerance, and weight gain. Lab results show low T4 and high TSH levels. On questioning, he reports a diet low in seafood and iodized salt. What is the underlying cause of his condition? The correct answer is iodine deficiency. Low iodine intake leads to reduced T4 production and increased TSH as a compensatory response. This condition is common in areas with iodine deficiency and is preventable by iodized salt consumption. Our third question involves a 40-year-old woman diagnosed with hypothyroidism and low TSH levels following pituitary surgery. Which of the following is most likely impaired in her thyroid hormone production? The correct answer is iodide trapping by the sodium iodide supporter. Hypophysectomy reduces TSH levels, which in turn impairs iodide trapping in thyroid cells because TSH stimulates iodide transport. This reduces the availability of iodide for thyroid hormone synthesis. Next, a 25-year-old man diagnosed with hypothyroidism is being treated with a drug that blocks TSH secretion. Which of the following would most likely occur in his thyroid gland? The correct answer is decreased iodide trapping. TSH stimulation is essential for iodide trapping in the thyroid cells. Blocking TSH secretion would reduce iodide transport into the thyroid, impairing thyroid hormone synthesis. Our fifth question features a 35-year-old woman with fatigue, weight gain, and cold intolerance. Laboratory results reveal low T3 and T4 levels with an elevated TSH level. A thyroid ultrasound shows an enlarged gland. What is the most likely cause of her symptoms? The correct answer is impaired iodine oxidation due to a deficiency in hydrogen peroxide. Symptoms of hypothyroidism with low T3 and T4 levels and elevated TSH indicate iodine deficiency. Iodine oxidation is impaired, leading to the absence of thyroid hormones. Next, a patient with an iodine deficiency presents with an enlarged thyroid gland. The patient's thyroid hormone levels are low, and TSH is elevated. Which process is directly affected by iodine deficiency in the thyroid cells? The correct answer is organification of thyroglobulin. Iodine deficiency primarily affects the organification of thyroglobulin, preventing the formation of thyroid hormones and leading to goiter. Our seventh question involves a 40-year-old patient with fatigue, dry skin, and bradycardia. Laboratory tests show low T3, low T4, and high TSH. Further testing reveals a deficiency of deiodinase enzyme. Which process is most affected? The correct answer is recycling of iodine from MIT and DIT. Deiodinase enzyme deficiency prevents iodine recovery from MIT and DIT. Iodine loss leads to thyroid hormone synthesis impairment, resulting in hypothyroidism. Next, a patient with a history of severe iodine deficiency presents with goiter and hypothyroidism. Blood tests reveal low T4, low T3, and high TSH. Which compensatory mechanism is most likely activated? The correct answer is increased iodine recycling via deiodinase enzyme. Iodine deficiency stimulates deiodinase activity to salvage iodine. This compensates for low dietary iodine intake. If deiodinase is absent, iodine deficiency worsens. Finally, a 30-year-old patient is started on levothyroxine therapy for hypothyroidism. After 2 days, the patient reports no improvement in symptoms. Which is the most likely reason for the delayed effect of the medication? The correct answer is strong binding to plasma proteins. T4 binds strongly to plasma proteins like TBG, transthyretin, and albumin. Only free T4 is biologically active, so release to tissues is slow. T4 has a latent period of 2-3 days, reaching peak effect in 10-12 days. A patient with severe liver disease is found to have reduced levels of thyroxine-binding globulin, TBG. Which of the following would most likely be observed in this patient? A. Increased total T4 levels in plasma B, decreased free T4 levels in plasma C, increased thyroid hormone excretion by kidneys D, increased thyroid hormone action on tissues. The correct answer is C. Increased thyroid hormone excretion by kidneys. TBG is synthesized in the liver. In liver disease, TBG levels decrease, leading to less T4, T3 binding. This results in more free thyroid hormone, which is excreted faster by the kidneys, increasing hormone loss and the risk of hypothyroidism. A patient with hypothyroidism is given propylthiouracil, PTU, to block thyroid hormone synthesis. Despite treatment, symptoms persist for several weeks. Which is the most likely explanation for this delay in response? A. Thyroid hormones are stored intracellularly. B. PTU has a short half-life. C. T4 is rapidly converted to T3D. T3 is resistant to metabolism. The correct answer is A. Thyroid hormones are stored intracellularly. Thyroid hormones bind to intracellular proteins, leading to prolonged storage in tissues. Even if thyroid hormone synthesis is blocked, the stored hormones continue to exert effects for weeks. T4 has a half-life of 15 days, so its effects last 6 weeks to 2 months. A patient is diagnosed with hypothyroidism and started on levothyroxine, T4. Which of the following best describes the mechanism of action of thyroid hormones at the cellular level? A. Activation of cell surface receptors. B. Direct stimulation of ribosomal protein synthesis. C. Binding to nuclear receptors and increasing gene transcription. D. Inhibition of oxidative phosphorylation. The correct answer is C. Binding to nuclear receptors and increasing gene transcription. T4 is converted to T3, which binds to nuclear thyroid hormone receptors, TRs. This forms a complex with retinoid X receptor, RXR, and activates DNA transcription, increasing protein synthesis and enhancing cellular metabolism. A researcher studying thyroid hormones finds that some of their effects occur within minutes, even in the presence of transcription inhibitors. Which of the following best explains these rapid effects? A. Direct activation of mitochondria. B. Non-genomic actions through plasma membrane and cytoplasmic signaling. C. Immediate increase in protein synthesis. D. Increased conversion of T4 to T3. The correct answer is B. Non-genomic actions through plasma membrane and cytoplasmic signaling. Some thyroid hormone effects are too rapid to be due to gene transcription. Non-genomic actions occur in the plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and mitochondria, regulating ion channels, oxidative phosphorylation, and intracellular signaling cascades like CAMP activation. A patient with thyroid dysfunction is found to have abnormal oxidative phosphorylation and impaired ATP production. This suggests a defect in which aspect of thyroid hormone action? A. Transcriptional activation of nuclear genes. B. Conversion of T4 to T3. C. Non-genomic effects on mitochondria. D. Binding to thyroxine binding globulin, TBG. The correct answer is C. Non-genomic effects on mitochondria. Thyroid hormones regulate oxidative phosphorylation via non-genomic pathways. These effects occur independent of nuclear transcription and involve mitochondria. Defects in non-genomic actions impair energy metabolism and ATP synthesis. A 5-year-old child presents with short stature, delayed bone age, and lethargy. Blood tests reveal low T4 and T3 levels. Which is the most likely cause of the child's symptoms? A. Growth hormone deficiency. B. Congenital hypothyroidism. C. Cushing's syndrome. D. Rickets. The correct answer is B. Congenital hypothyroidism. Thyroid hormones are essential for skeletal growth and brain development. Hypothyroidism in children leads to stunted growth, delayed bone maturation, and cognitive impairment. Early treatment is crucial to prevent mental retardation, also known as cretinism. A newborn baby is diagnosed with congenital hypothyroidism. If left untreated, which of the following is the most severe complication? A. Growth retardation. B. Mental retardation. C. Delayed puberty. D. Hypoglycemia. The correct answer is B. Mental retardation. Thyroid hormones are critical for brain development during fetal life and infancy. Lack of thyroid hormones results in permanent cognitive impairment, known as cretinism, if not treated early. Neonatal screening for hypothyroidism is essential for early intervention. A 32-year-old woman with hypothyroidism has weight loss despite increased appetite, sweating, and heat intolerance. What is the underlying mechanism of heat intolerance in hypothyroidism? A. Increased mitochondrial ATP production. B. Increased Na plus, K plus ATPase activity. C. Increased brown fat metabolism. D. Increased skeletal muscle metabolism. The correct answer is B. Increased Na plus, K plus ATPase activity. Thyroid hormones stimulate Na plus, K plus ATPase, leading to more ATP consumption and more heat production. This increases the basal metabolic rate, BMR, and results in heat intolerance. A 45-year-old woman presents with unintentional weight loss, increased heart rate, diarrhea, and tremors. Examination reveals exophthalmos and a fine tremor. Which of the following mechanisms best explains her symptoms? A. Increased cholesterol synthesis. B. Increased gluconeogenesis and metabolic rate. C. Decreased oxygen consumption. D. Decreased adrenergic sensitivity. The correct answer is B. Increased gluconeogenesis and metabolic rate. Hypothyroidism increases metabolism, causing weight loss, tachycardia, diarrhea, and tremors. Basal metabolic rate increases, leading to greater energy expenditure. Adrenergic sensitivity is increased, not decreased, ruling out option D. A newborn is diagnosed with congenital hypothyroidism. If untreated, which of the following complications is most likely? A. Hypoglycemia. B. Short stature with delayed brain development. C. Hyperactivity and weight loss. D. Increased risk of diabetes. The correct answer is B. Short stature with delayed brain development. Thyroid hormone is crucial for fetal and postnatal brain development. Deficiency leads to irreversible mental retardation, known as cretinism, if untreated. Growth retardation is another hallmark feature. A 55-year-old man with untreated hypothyroidism presents with progressive fatigue, constipation, and weight gain. His lipid profile reveals increased cholesterol and triglycerides. What is the most likely cause of his lipid abnormalities? A. Increased LDL receptor activity in the liver. B. Decreased cholesterol excretion in bile. C. Increased oxidation of free fatty acids. D. Increased lipolysis and fatty acid release. The correct answer is B. Decreased cholesterol excretion in bile. Hypothyroidism reduces LDL receptor activity, leading to hypercholesterolemia. Decreased bile cholesterol excretion results in lipid accumulation. A patient with hypothyroidism is found to have fine tremors, muscle weakness, and hyperreflexia. Which of the following best explains these findings? A. Decreased synaptic transmission. B. Increased neuronal excitability in the spinal cord. C. Decreased metabolic rate leading to sluggish neuromuscular activity. D. Increased acetylcholine breakdown at the neuromuscular junction. The correct answer is B. Increased neuronal excitability in the spinal cord. Thyroid hormone enhances CNS excitability, leading to hyperreflexia and tremors. Muscle weakness results from excessive protein catabolism. A 30-year-old man moves to an extremely cold region. After a few weeks, his basal metabolic rate increases by 20%. Which of the following is the most likely cause of this adaptation? A. Increased cortisol secretion. B. Increased secretion of TSHC. Decreased iodide trapping. D. Increased secretion of somatostatin. The correct answer is B. Increased secretion of TSH. Cold exposure stimulates the hypothalamus to release TRH, which increases TSH secretion. TSH stimulates the thyroid gland, increasing T3 and T4 production, which raises basal metabolic rate. A 45-year-old woman presents with weight gain, fatigue, and cold intolerance. Her TSH levels are high, but T3 and T4 levels are low. What is the most likely diagnosis? A. Primary hypothyroidism. B. Secondary hypothyroidism. C. Graves' disease. D. Thyroid hormone resistance. The correct answer is A. Primary hypothyroidism. Primary hypothyroidism is due to thyroid gland failure, resulting in low T3 and T4 levels. TSH is elevated due to lack of negative feedback on the pituitary. A patient presents with excessive sweating, weight loss, and tachycardia. Laboratory tests reveal high T3 and T4 levels and suppressed TSH. What is the primary regulatory mechanism responsible for the low TSH? A. Positive feedback from the hypothalamus. B. Direct inhibition of TSH secretion by high thyroid hormone levels. C. Increased TRH secretion. D. Enhanced iodide uptake in the thyroid gland. The correct answer is B. Direct inhibition of TSH secretion by high thyroid hormone levels. Elevated T3 and T4 suppress TSH release via negative feedback. Decreased TSH levels reduce further thyroid hormone production. A 30-year-old woman presents with weight loss, excessive sweating, tremors, and palpitations. On examination, she has a diffusely enlarged thyroid gland in exophthalmos. Her TSH is undetectable, and free T4 is elevated. Which of the following is the most likely diagnosis? A. Thyroid adenoma. B. Hashimoto's thyroiditis. C. Graves' disease. D. Subacute thyroiditis. The correct answer is C. Graves' disease. The diffuse goiter, exophthalmos, and suppressed TSH are classic for Graves' disease. Thyroid adenoma does not cause eye signs. Hashimoto's thyroiditis leads to hypothyroidism. Subacute thyroiditis presents with painful goiter and transient thyrotoxicosis. A newborn is noted to have lethargy, a large tongue, and umbilical hernia. The mother reports no prenatal thyroid screening. Laboratory results show low T4 and high TSH. Which is the most likely condition? A. Cretinism. B. Graves' disease. C. Subacute thyroiditis. D. Iodine toxicity. The correct answer is A. Cretinism. Congenital hypothyroidism, or cretinism, presents with lethargy, macroglossia, umbilical hernia, and developmental delay. Early treatment with levothyroxine is crucial to prevent mental retardation. Graves' disease in neonates is rare and presents with hypothyroid features. Subacute thyroiditis and iodine toxicity are not relevant in neonates. A newborn infant is brought to the clinic due to sluggish movements, poor feeding, and delayed motor skills. The mother reports no history of thyroid problems during pregnancy. On examination, the infant has a short, stocky appearance and a large tongue. What is the most likely diagnosis? A. Cretinism. B. Hypothyroidism. C. Down syndrome. D. Growth hormone deficiency. The correct answer is A. Cretinism. This infant exhibits typical features of cretinism, including delayed movements, poor growth, and a disproportionate enlargement of the tongue, which is a hallmark of thyroid deficiency during early development. Immediate treatment with thyroxine or iodine can prevent further damage to physical and mental growth. If untreated, mental retardation becomes permanent. A 3-month-old infant is diagnosed with congenital cretinism. What would be the expected outcome if the condition is treated with thyroxine after the first few months of life? A. Complete recovery with normal development. B. Permanent mental retardation with normal physical growth. C. Normal mental development but delayed physical growth. D. Permanent mental and physical growth retardation. The correct answer is B. Permanent mental retardation with normal physical growth. If treatment is delayed beyond the first few weeks after birth, the physical growth can be normalized, but mental development will remain impaired due to the irreversible damage to the CNS at a critical stage in development. A 6-month-old infant presents with a large tongue, difficulty swallowing, and a characteristic, guttural, breathing sound. These symptoms are most indicative of A. Cretinism. B. Hypothyroidism. C. Hypothyroidism. D. Down syndrome. The correct answer is A. Cretinism. The enlarged tongue and guttural breathing are indicative of cretinism, which can occur due to hypothyroidism in infancy. Early treatment can improve physical development but will not reverse mental retardation if delayed beyond a few weeks after birth. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more clinical scenario-based MCQs.